What's up, guys, and welcome back to another game review on the Craziacs channel. Today we have a review for Game 2 of your Carolina Hurricanes beating the New Jersey Devils 3-1 at home off another stellar performance from Frederik Andersen. Roll the intro.
Chaos.
All right, so yes, I know this is late. It is Game 3 today, so I'm a little bit late on this one. My apologies. Pretty uneventful game for the most part. Good offense, great goaltending. Pretty similar to Game 1, honestly. To start off the scoring, Jesper Bratt, off a just awful defensive play from the blue line from the Canes, gets one. Eric Holla and Dougie Hamilton all getting their first points of the season on that goal. And New Jersey had the edge in shots in the first. It was 9-6. That does not happen very often. Not very good. And you can definitely tell that the Canes were on their heels for at least the first half of the first period. They kind of tilted the ice in their favor a bit towards the end of it. So, to start the second period, Shane Gostisbehere, off of his own rebound, really, roofs it over Markstrom and ties the game at 1. With Jackson Blake and Sebastianaho getting your assists for that one. Officially labeled as a snapshot goal, which I find kind of interesting. At this point, the Canes have tilted the ice in their favor. They're forechecking better, and you can kind of tell that Frederik Andersen is absolutely stealing the show, yet again like he did in Game 1. Again, the Devils scored that one goal from Jesper Bratt, and that was the last goal they scored this whole game. It's very similar to Game 1. Hopefully, we'll see that kind of goaltending again today in Jersey. And I believe the lineup's staying the same for the Canes. Some different lineup changes for the Devils. So we'll see how that goes. And then afterwards, so some questionable penalty calls. One on the Canes puts us down a man. And the playoff MVP so far, with the Gatorade water bottle and all, our second star of the game, Jordan Martinook, shorthanded, for the second game in a row, has a bar down goal for the Canes. Now, he didn't score the first one. Stankovic scored the first one in Game 1. But that is 2 bar down beauties against Markstrom, who's a huge goalie, by the way. Like, if you've never seen Markstrom play, go look at his size. He is a massive goaltender. Makes the score 2-1, which means, you got to stand on your head if you're Frederik Andersen a little bit, because the Devils are going to push back. And they did, having 9 shots in the second period, and then they had 8 shots in the third. Now, we did outshoot them 12-9 and 10-8 respectively in those periods, for a pretty good game overall. Shots in total, 28-26. Face-offs, 49% for the Canes, 51% for the Devils. 8 penalty minutes even, 51 hits for the Devils to 31 for the Canes. Now, here's an interesting one. 14 block shots for the Canes and 9 for the Devils. Normally, that's the other way around. The Canes are notorious for having low amounts of block shots. Giveaways the same. Takeaways favor 8-3. So now let's get into the stars of the game here. Now, to my left, closest, is former Hurricane Brett Pesce, who had a GSAX of 2. Now, goal saved above expected is a metric that goalies get to show if they had a good game or bad game based on the expected goal value of the team. If Brett Pesce has a GSAX of 2, that means Brett Pesce saved 2 goals. And indeed, that is the case. Brett Pesce saved 2 goals. There was one that was on the goal line trickling in, and similarly to Martinook last year, he sweeps it out, and it never goes in. And then there was another block shot towards the end of that game, or I think it was towards the end of the second period, where Pesce again steals one from the Canes. Great game from him. I mean, you love to see it as a Canes fan from last year, but good on Brett Pesce. Second star of the game is Jordan Martinook, who is berserk every time he plays the Devils in the playoffs. He averages over a point per game versus the New Jersey Devils in the playoffs, and just has been clearly the most impactful player in the series for the Canes so far, as we would have kind of predicted. Now, I forgot to mention this. Sethjarvis did get the empty net goal at the end of the game with an assist from guess who? Jordan Martinook. At the end of the game, Martinook with a nice spin pass to Jarvis, who just puts it in the empty net. For once, it was not Andrei Svechnikov. So no empty net wizard graphic there. And the first star of the game, and I'm going to harp on this for a little bit. Oh my gosh, what a game from Freddie Anderson. You could not have asked for a better performance, especially after giving up that early goal less than 4 minutes into the game. He was locked down the entire rest of the game with some of the best saves of the whole season when it mattered most. You gotta love seeing that from your goaltender, especially from Frederick Anderson, who you know is your 1A goalie as long as he stays healthy. Please, Freddie, let's keep this up. Let's run it down. Now I'm going to mention this real quick. This is a Raleigh jersey. I know this kind of looks like a Devils jersey from the way it's, set up. So I promise you guys, I am not swapping teams. Hat still Carolina. Signed by a couple players. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the Game 2 review. Looking forward to Game 3. Hopefully we can close the series out in 4 games, maybe 5 games if we want to win it with home ice. And yeah, let's keep chugging along, man. 14 more of these videos and we get to hoist the Stanley Cup. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, stay crazy and peace out.